it's no longer news that several pensioners have died while, as it were, queuing up, waiting to receive perhaps one of those pensions if they've ever received it. And because we actually hear all kinds of stories. There was a state that were told just paid over 10 years arrears of pensioners. And so how do they cope? What kind of challenges? I mean, what facilities does government even have in place? Who mans these things? Well, these and many more are the kind of questions and comments answers we expect to talk on here now on Sunrise Areas. We're joined by Mr. Olufemi Phillips, who is a human rights activist. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Well, it's amazing, but unfortunately that's all we've got in our hands. The kind of challenge and situation we see on a regular basis playing itself out. And one would have thought that with those kind of matters popping up, the authorities or those who are concerned would have really moved to see that that is sorted out. But are you seeing any such step taken in that direction?
Well, I don't see any step being taken by government. What I observe in this country is that no matter how you serve, the welfare aspect is no longer there in this country. If by judging by what we inherited from the colonial government, it shows they are compassionate. The European, the British people are compassionate, but the moment the black people took over, the whole thing turned upside down. I'm very sure our forefathers will never be happy with what is going on in this country right now. What they have labored for is not what we are reaping. They labored for an enduring democracy. They labored for people of Nigeria to live by fighting for their rights. And that was the origin of nationalism. Abat Macaulay, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Tafawa Balewa, Sardauna of Sokoto, Ahmadu Bello, they all struggled, even to an extent. They labored for this country so that this country will be a better place for foreigners to do business and go back. But what is going on now, it is a shame. Nigeria at 50 cannot take care of pensioners, and many of them are living in abject poverty. Some cannot even afford to pay medical bills. Some cannot even afford to pay house rent. Many of them have been sent away. Is this Nigeria?
What specifically goes wrong? Because I mean, there's Pension Act, there's PENCOM, there's so many programs you hear on a regular basis, all geared, we're told, to address these kinds of problems. You've interacted with pensioners. What do they identify as a challenge or the problem?
What really happened is that I must be very, very confrontational. The officials at the head of service are fraudulent. There are criminals who could be tagged as syndicates and culture of impunity. They form that syndicate to loot at large.
Give us a scenario. How does it work, for instance?
There are syndicates that operate in the head of service. They pretend to be protecting the interests of pensioners. And many of them have bank accounts where funds meant for pensioners were diverted. For instance, one doctor, I don't want to use that doctor, Sulaiman Shuaib, former director of pensions, was alleged to have embezzled 12 billion naira meant for pensioners through fictitious companies, unregistered ones. He used it to siphon money out of the ministry.
Did you follow the case up?
Yes, he had been arrested and charged to court, and with one Patricia Shidi, a woman and a mother, embezzled over 800 million naira. She has syndicates.
But you remember, sorry to butt in, but you remember then the federal government was trying to restore sanity into the pension scheme to the extent that they had to put that in charge of Alhaji Abdurrashid Maina. You remember him?
Yeah.
He was the head of the task force team and director of customs, immigration and prisons pension office. Well, in an interview he granted, he said, let me give you a quote.
Yeah.
He said, But I can tell you that before now, the monthly pension was 23 billion naira a month. But now we pay 13 billion naira a month. So in other words, all of those bogus amounts were going to non-existent pensioners.
Exactly before he came on board. But what we are agitating for now is that 5 years arrears have not been paid. Before Maina came on board, there had been large-scale looting.
Well, maybe you should break this down, because at that time Maina granted this interview was March this year, 2011.
This year, exactly.
And you're saying that the pensioners have been owed 5 years or 5 months?
They are being owed 5 years pension arrears. I am one of them.
Okay, you are also a pensioner.
Yes, I'm a young, and I was forcefully retired.
Okay, so tell us about this 5 years arrears.
During Obasanjo's despotic and tyrannic regime, he said he didn't like civil servants, and World Bank.
When did he say that?
That was in year 2006. There was a policy initiated which World Bank sponsored, that if you want to retire and retrench or disengage officers, it should be on a gradual basis for 10 years. But Obasanjo took a unilateral decision. I will call it a barbaric attitude. Well, he took that attitude and retired over 40 pensioners, 40,000 pensioners.
Are they not getting their pensions?
Many of them, some of them are getting their pensions now, but majority are not collecting monthly.
Is it because the money was not released, or because there's an intermediary who's diverting it, so we know where to actually...
That is why I said a syndicate in the head of service. I have a copy of this publication. Look at Pension House of Fraud. This is a publication where a level 4 female officer was found with 200 million naira in her bank account after she died in 2009. Look at, these are the protests we carried out. We find out that there is a syndicate in the head of service that specializes in looting pension fund.
Okay, since you find that out, what have you done about it? Because if government releases the funds, it means that we cannot exactly blame government. It means that there's something between that's stopping it from getting to the people. So what did you do to see if you could correct that procedure?
We have sent representations to Abuja. We even find out that the executives of the union too, they are also dishonest.
Which of the unions now?
The
pensions?
Federal subsector in Lagos. The executives led by Mr. Pius Shukura and Mr. Pa Ademola Oshoba. They have not been very honest to members.
What's the name of this union?
Lagos, is a Lagos Nigerian Union of Pensioners. So we have the federal subsector. We hold our meeting at Federal Civil Service Club 16 Awolowo Road. They have not been honest to us.
This Nigeria Union of Pensioners, who does it cover?
It covers all pensioners, all retired pensioners,
regardless of that.
Wherever you come from, no matter whether your identity, whether you are a Yoruba man, Igbo man,
whether
Christian,
you're from the public service or whether you're from...
Whether you work as you are a public servant.
As long as you're a public servant.
Exactly. So they have their headquarters at Ibadan, with the and annex headquarters at Ibadan, then main headquarters at Abuja, with other branches, in one of which is Lagos State.